Halle Berry was in the news because she and her boyfriend Van Hunt. Well, he went on. He proposed to her after 5 years of dating. She said no. Tired of paying for
she
my.
She gave that to Walter Payton. Still no.
Yeah,
I don't blame her.
Yeah,
I don't blame her.
How many marriages she had?
She had 3.
3 marriages.
He had 1.
She's scorned. I don't blame her. I wouldn't jump into another marriage.
Yeah, so she said she's been married 3 times. He's been married once, and so no, we don't feel like we have to get married to validate our love in any way. She said, "Well, did you tell him that? Because you turned down his proposal."
I mean, the crazy part about it is, it's just when you build assets together, you're gonna have to have some type of contractual something set up, because even if y'all don't get married, you got to make sure that's protected. So nobody that you previously married or children that you may have can take my shit I built with you.
So this leads to a question: if a woman turns down your proposal, is the relationship over?
It all depends. If you fixated on getting married, yes, it's over.
If I've never been married before, so if I ask to get married and you say no,
it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
I can't look at you no more.
Yeah,
like it's over.
The only way I'd stay is so I could set up another relationship to hop directly into.
You're gonna be a freak off
or a freak off.
I'm transitioning. I'm going from you to somebody else. You're just a placeholder right now.
That's it.
Because after I've asked you to marry me and you're like,
you said no.
No.
I'm done. I'm over it. I'm out.
Expect me to come back again and ask you?
I can't look at you the same no more.
Yeah, I
Buddha,
can't.
What you want to say, Buddha?
Look, you're not even held on.
I'm sitting over here thinking like,
Buddha, what you want to say?
I don't know.
I can't do it again.
Yeah, Buddha's the only one.
If I propose to a woman and she say no, I'm already open up the.
That's gonna be a problem.
I'm out.
Yeah, that's a huge problem. Because first of all, do you know how big of a
it just like, okay, so the only reason I'm saying it's gonna be a problem is unless you already have something to stand. And this is what goes back to communication in general. Halle Berry is a prime example. She's already been through it. We don't need to do this
several times.
We don't need to do this. But if that's what your goal was and you didn't know that she's like, this is not.
See, this is the thing, though.
Y'all been together 5 years. I'm sure she done told him that.
This is Halle Berry, though.
But that's what I'm saying. But think about it, though. Think about it, Branson. Some of these chicks don't even want kids these days. You know what I mean? Some chicks don't even want kids. Because a marriage doesn't define any. A marriage is basically just a business.
This is still Halle Berry you with.
I get what you're saying.
That's all that is. But you're still with her.
Outside you still with her. It's just the fact is,
for you
for what?
Personally,
come on, man.
In
First of all,
shoes, I would ride. In my shoes,
no,
we're not riding. It's over.
Why would you ride? Because
that's Halle Berry.
I don't care.
No, it's
I don't care.
That's not what we're trying to do.
See why she wouldn't want to do
I get. I'm not even.
I should have discussed that beforehand.
Yeah, like you should know because some women don't want to be married.
Okay,
like
so
some women just want the relationship, just to be around men. They don't want that title.
But see, the thing about it is, okay, so let's back up. You don't want the title, but you want us to be in a monogamous relationship.
Okay.
What? So you gonna be my girlfriend for
probably
forever?
Yeah, probably.
A lot of people do it. What?
But the thing about it is,
that's where common law marriages came from,
right? But when you are, when it's finances involved, it's a different ball game. That's the thing that you talk about. This ain't no regular type of relationship that, I bring what I bring to. These got money. So if we sitting here, made an investment.
Probably more reason why she don't want to get married.
Yeah, but they still doing it now. They still doing it now. If
because they're not worried about what the outside world is thinking about them having a title. Y'all don't get married. Obviously, y'all don't get it.
I get married.
That's why I haven't been there yet, because I'm saying
I ain't asked nobody. Ain't nobody.
It's an agreement. It's an understanding
about what both parties want and how y'all gonna conduct that shit until death do your part.
In Van Hunt shoes, I understand. This lady's been married 3 times.
Yeah. He's been married.
He's been married once.
He's been married once. In his shoes, I understand. in my shoes as a guy who's never been married, and for a guy who's never been married, that is the ultimate thing for me to offer.
Right, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying if one, I have problems with this. I'm sure over the 5 years you've been with her, she has told your ass numerously, "I don't want no parts of being married."
Okay,
I'm sure she done had this conversation and told your ass she ain't want it. So I'm not gonna go and say he didn't know. He knew. Now, if you knew and had the conversation and you knew and you still asked, all right, then you sit your ass there. You don't go nowhere. Now, if y'all don't have no conversation about it, she hasn't given you no indication that she's not entertaining ever again, no type of marriage, and you come out and say, hey, what's up? Whatever. And she be like, hey, hell no. You feel me? I'd be like, oh shit, I'm out. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, I gave you 5 years of my life. I'd rather go get if my goal is to be married, then I'm gonna find somebody. I don't give a damn if you Halle Berry. You can goddamn
But
be.
that's my point. Everybody don't have those same goals to get marriage. Does not necessarily have to be an end goal for people.
It doesn't.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not saying that it is, but I'm just saying most people.
But that's what it is. But that shouldn't affect somebody's relationship status just because they are or aren't married. That's all I'm saying.
I get it. No, I'm not speaking as if it ain't.
The question.
Sure she said something.
The real question is though, like he said, as a man, from our perspective, no. Like you tell me no, like I hit you with this proposal, like nah. I'm like, nah.
Oh, that's a problem.
Because obviously we're not having the same goals, yeah. Because if I'm approach you and I'm doing all this and I'm like,
again, if we had a conversation, we
need to join this union.
If we had a conversation, and you don't let me know saying you have no interest in getting married. All right, I've been warned. Okay, and if I come out and ask and you said no again. That's on me. That's on me. Now, if we haven't had no conversation, you didn't give me no indication that you is not up for that shit again. You just left it out there for me to interpret. And we've been together for a half a decade. I'm like, all right, we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and lock this shit in. And then you be like, nah, I ain't. I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't know, and they're older now too. They're
older.
No damn marriage.
And that's the reason why you want to get married, because we're older.
No, that's even more reason why I might not want to get married.
No, you want to get married because you are older.
I don't went this.
If me and my wife ever
went 50 years without being married. You don't think I could go the rest of the time without being married? I don't went 50 of them.
Well, some people want people in their space. They want that.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean marriage.
Yeah.
Some people want that ending title. They wants to go through the ceremony. They wants to say, do all the things that comes with it.
That's one thing that I learned from dealing with women is every woman don't want to get married. That is not her.
Well, a lot of women out here, they be talking about they want to get married.
A lot of them talk like that, but yeah.
Well, I know if I work up the courage to ask
say
a chick to marry me and she
you
turns me down,
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm done.
Because asking somebody to marry you,
that's the biggest thing a man
that's
can
not
do.
That's not an easy thing to do. That's an ego. That's an ego check right there. When you tell a man no, he getting down on one knee.
I couldn't
even imagine. Baby, would you marry me? And she like, no. What?
Yeah,
because then you got
especially publicly,
you
right?
Got people around,
right?
You doing this,
right? Hell no,
out.